Let's go see what April's doing, sticking her backpack outside.
Well, it is snowing and coming down big clumps. I've seen snow maybe 3 or 4 times. This is the heaviest snow I've seen for sure. I already put a love note to Bill down on the ground, and look, it snowed over. So our friend said,
sweet.
Thank you. I do love you so much. Our friend asked what the temperature was, and I checked Apple Weather, and it says it's 36. Well, that's not the case, because that's not happening in 36 degrees. So my backpack is now outside with the thermometer, and we'll find out the temperature in a few minutes. How are you feeling, Bill?
Better.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, we're in Neel's Gap. I should probably turn the camera around so that we can see if we're pointed at ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, sorry.
You didn't get me. Good try, though.
So we're in Neel's Gap. We hiked in yesterday afternoon and went to Mountain Crossing and had an awesome pizza.
Oh, it was so good.
We were planning to take a Nero here all along, and we reserved a cabin at Blood Mountain Cabins and walked down last night and got in the cabin. But I got the flu on the
2 days ago.
right after the summit to Springer Mountain, and I'd been fighting that, and I'm sure ticking off other hikers around with my coughing.
You're so
for
considerate.
2 days, and so we decided, because the weather's getting super cold tonight, and tomorrow, that we would take an extra day and do a 0. And now it's going to be 2 zeros because we had to change cabins. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it. If you want to read about that, check Blood Mountain Cabins on Far Out. I wrote about it there. But anyway, I'm feeling much, much better. Thank God April overpacks, and had a full bottle of Dayquil and a full bottle of NyQuil. So I've been religiously taking those every 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever she says.
I don't know how he's hiking. I could not hike with the flu ever.
And today I feel pretty good. Just a little bit of a lingering cough, but I feel great. So why don't you tell about the hike? We had a good hike.
Oh my goodness, it was absolutely amazing. Every day was better than the last. And I had already done Blood Mountain. Blood Mountain was where I made my decision that I wanted to hike the AT 2 years ago. And so that had deep meaning to me. I'm getting tears thinking about it again. And the idea of hiking up Blood Mountain again, this time fully into my adventure, just thrilled my little heart. And as we hiked up, every 10th of a mile that we got up higher, there was more snow on the mountain. And I cannot tell you, when I started to hear the crunchy sound under my feet from the snow, oh, it was just, I was so happy. And so the hike up was beautiful.
Florida girl.
Yeah, Florida girl. This is maybe my 4th experience with snow. And we got to the summit and climbed up and sat and had a snack, and it was so cold. We came down, and then the hike down was a trial. Definitely, that was the hardest hike I've had yet. If you've never hiked through Georgia mud on that side of the mountain, the sun had been shining, the snow was melted, and it was slick. And I went down hard once, recovered, didn't hurt anything, checked all my body parts, I'm perfectly fine, but definitely uncomfortable, and it scared me. And so the rest of the hike down was very tense for me, and that doesn't serve you well when you're hiking. So I went down a second time, not as hard, and we got to the bottom to mountain crossing, and I thought through all of my mistakes. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And Bill at Mountain Crossings, I was covered in mud. And so we discussed the Georgia mud, and he told me they say it's slick as snot here. I do not disagree with that at all. And his wife, her trail name is Mudslide. He said, "Don't feel bad. You are in good company. Hiking in Georgia mud is not an easy task." So
Bill,
not this
the guy
Bill
at
at Mountain Crossings.
Everybody knows because
Yes.
he does the pack shakedowns and he does everything there. He's just a wealth of information and a nice guy.
Yes. So he made me feel much better. And now for the next 2 days, my whole mission is to figure out how to speed my recovery. I have a whole series of things I do. It takes about an hour when we finish hiking, but it is not quite enough. So I'm studying and reading, and lots of the trekkers have great advice. I'm learning to do massage that I've never learned to do before, specifically for recovery.
So today, Bandit Shuttle, Dale at Bandit Shuttles is coming at 11:30 and taking us into Blaresville. We'll check into a different hotel that's half the price of this cabin. And I should just get to the point of this because I can't tiptoe around it. The Blood Mountain cabins have been purchased by a new owner several years ago, and they're remodeling them. And from the outside, they're looking much better than when I stayed here in 2023. They have new roofs, new paint jobs. The porches have been worked on. But they're still working on the actual cabins themselves. And they're really nice. And I stayed here before, and they were fine. And we split it with the whole family, so it was affordable. And I just told April, get a room. We should get a room here. And so she called and reserved it. And it was something like $125 a night. And I was doing the math in my head. Well, 125 divided by 4 hikers, that sounds reasonable. But now they have a $75 cleaning fee. So it makes it $200 a night plus taxes is $225 a night for this cabin. Well, over the past month trying to get to the trail, we paid, $225 for a Hampton Inn or, a Hyatt Place on the way here. And, we had all the amenities that we wanted plus breakfast in the morning, and that's reasonable. So we come in here and there's no toilet paper, there's no soap, there's no shampoo.
We weren't expecting to be tapping into our hiking supplies.
We're living out of our backpacks. The outlets on the walls are, from the 60s when the place was built probably, and they're so worn out your little chargers for your phone won't stick in the wall, so you can't. And there's only one outlet in the whole house that a phone charger will stick in. No trash bags, no knives, a brand new Keurig, but we don't carry Keurig pods with us.
It would be great if you were traveling as a family for fun and brought everything with you, but we were not prepared.
I didn't expect to have to bring all of that stuff with me. So it's fine. It's because we live out of backpack. We had most everything, and we did manage the coffee with our instant coffee this morning.
Yes, and because we sail, I'm used to just dialing up Walmart, ordering, and they deliver. Well, they don't deliver all the way out here, so I couldn't solve the problem that way. It was just an unsolvable problem.
From what we've heard from other people, the new owner is working on, all of this stuff in real time, and it'll be better really soon. But the website didn't match their website matched what I experienced in 2023. It did not match what we experienced once we came in here last night and everybody left, and we were the only people here. And then now it's snowing, so it's gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
But we're gonna go into Blaresville. There'll be a grocery store there. Laundry will be there. That was the other thing. That was the main reason we came here, was to do laundry. And they don't have the laundry anymore. I should have seen that on Far Out, but the website says they do. Anyway, we're going to Blaresville. We're going to do our laundry. We're going to get some food. We're going to get a ride back to the trail, and we're going to hit the trail the moment the temperature gets above 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the plan.
And Bill's getting healthy.
I am much better. I didn't actually, when I was hiking, I did not feel bad at all. It was when I stopped and I laid down that I just started getting the whole flu, freezing cold, shivers, and burning up heat. But when I was hiking, I was totally fine. I didn't have any problems hiking.
Well, Bill's the most positive person in the world. When he was hiking, he got the chills 2 days ago. And then yesterday, you were achy.
Yeah, but you just either put on more clothes or take off your clothes.
There you go. See, Bill is the most positive person in the world.
Anyway, if April doesn't catch this, we're getting back on the trail. Not tomorrow morning, but the next morning really early. And the temperature should be in the 20s by that point. It's cool that we got to see the snow.
It is. I'm so happy.
It's cool that we timed this whole resupply when the temperature is supposed to be below 20 degrees. And the high temperature is only supposed to be 26 degrees for the whole day. So we're not out there in that. So we'll be back on the trail at Neel's Gap Friday morning early, and then heading on northbound. And the weather looks like it's improving pretty dramatically through next week. So I think it was a perfect time for this to happen. I feel a little bit bad for the hikers that started on the 15th or
16th,
or checked in on the 15th and started on the 16th, because they're behind us and there were no places to get shuttles out, so they're out there in this weather. Now maybe they'll keep hiking today and they'll get here before it drops down into the teens, hopefully so.
Yeah.
But man, we couldn't have timed it more perfect by leaving on Friday morning, because if we had waited until Sunday, we would have been
uncomfortable,
back slipping and sliding in the snow with freezing temperatures. So this worked out. Anyway, getting long. I want to flip the video camera around one more time and show you this room. This is typical. Hang on.
It is a nice cabin if you came prepared. We just didn't come prepared.
All right. So let me show you the snow one more time, just because it's pretty. It's still coming down out there. So, the best thing about getting a hotel or a big hostel room is to be able to take everything out of your backpack and lay it out on the ground. And that's for two reasons. That's how I organize my food by days. So I have some bags to fill up. when you do that and you lay everything out, you can look at every single piece and see which ones you're using and which ones you're not. So, unfortunately for me, some of my gear that I really love in Florida is going to be sent home tomorrow morning. My camera and batteries, that's 2 pounds worth right there. My awesome umbrella from Six Moon Designs. Now I have to say, if I had the long one instead of the collapsible one, I would keep it. This one is just a pain in the neck to put up and down with gloves on, and all of the little pieces that have to fold out and lock. It's just not something you can do over and over and over with gloves on and it'd be easy. If I had the long one and where you just push the umbrella up and it opens, I would have kept it. Memory card, more camera, another carabiner. It doesn't weigh anything, but I can't think of how I'm going to use it. And I'm sending home my pocket bellows. So, I think that's everything. We're watching AT YouTubes and thinking about getting ready to go get picked up by Bandit.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
Have a nice day.
All right, everybody. Have a nice day. Give me another view outside.